We often reach for honey believing it is a healthier choice because it comes from nature and it feels ancient and pure. We drizzle it on our porridge or stir it into our tea, and we do this under the assumption that it is fundamentally better for us than plain white table sugar. This belief is widespread. It is promoted in health food shops and by wellness influencers. But is this assumption correct? To understand the debate, we must first look at what these substances are. Let's start with table sugar. Sucrose, the scientific name. Sucrose is a disaccharide, two sugars bonded together. Glucose, fructose. Sucrose is roughly 50% glucose and 50% fructose. When you eat sugar, your digestive system quickly breaks this bond. It releases the glucose and it releases the fructose. Now let's turn to honey. Honey is also primarily made of sugar. Like table sugar, it contains glucose and fructose. But, in honey, they exist as separate individual units. They are not bonded into sucrose. Most honey contains more fructose than glucose, about 40% fructose and around 30% glucose. The rest is made up of water, other types of sugars, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants. These trace elements are often highlighted as health benefits. When we talk about blood sugar, we are really talking about blood glucose. Glucose is the body's primary fuel source for its cells. When you eat something containing glucose, it is absorbed into your bloodstream. This causes your blood glucose levels to rise. This rise is the signal for your pancreas to release insulin. Insulin is a hormone that acts like a key. It unlocks your cells, allowing them to take in the glucose from the blood and use it for energy. The speed at which a food raises your blood glucose is measured by the glycemic index, or GI. Foods with a high GI cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. Foods with a low GI cause a slower, more gradual rise. Pure glucose has a GI of 100. Table sugar, which is half glucose, has a GI of around 65. Because honey has slightly less glucose and more fructose, its GI can be a little lower. It typically ranges from 45 to 65, depending on the specific type of honey and its floral source. This lower GI is often presented as a major benefit of honey. The theory is that a slower rise in blood sugar is gentler on your system. It requires a less dramatic insulin response. This is true, in theory. However, the glycemic index can be misleading. It only tells part of the story. It measures the response to a fixed amount of carbohydrate, but it doesn't account for the total amount of sugar you are actually eating. The difference in GI between sugar and many types of honey is not enormous. A GI of 55 versus 65 is a minor difference, especially when consumed as part of a larger meal. When comparing sweeteners, we must be practical. We need to look at how people actually use them. Let's compare a standard serving size. A tablespoon is a common measure for adding sweetness to food and drinks. 1 level tablespoon of granulated table sugar contains about 12 to 13 grams of sugar. This provides around 48 calories. Because honey is a liquid and is denser than granulated sugar, a tablespoon of honey contains more actual substance. It is not fluffed up with air like sugar crystals are. A single tablespoon of honey contains around 17 grams of sugar. This provides about 64 calories. This simple fact is often overlooked. When you choose honey, you are often consuming more sugar and more calories per spoonful than if you had chosen table sugar. Honey is also slightly sweeter than sugar due to its higher fructose content. This might lead some people to use a little less, but many people simply substitute it 1 for 1. In that case, they are unwittingly increasing their overall sugar intake. For anyone managing their weight or blood sugar, this is critical information. The bottom line is that neither honey nor sugar is a low-calorie or low-sugar food. They are both concentrated sources of sugar. Thinking of one as healthy and the other as unhealthy is a classic example of the health halo effect.